World Bank predicts extreme poverty and depressed economies in Africa. Welcome to the Business in Africa News Update, the place where you get all the latest news about business on the African continent. And if you're new here, make sure you click on the subscribe button to join the Business in Africa community. Don't go anywhere, keep watching, okay? The World Bank has called for rapid COVID-19 action, including a faster vaccination process to limit the damage to global growth in 2021. In its Global Economic Prospects report, the World Bank forecast the global economy would expand 4% in 2021 after shrinking 4.3% in 2020. While 2020's global economic activity was not as drastic as expected due to a more robust recovery in China and shallower contractions in many countries, the impacts on emerging markets and developing economies have been more severe. The collapse in global economic activity in 2020 due to the onset of the pandemic is estimated to have been slightly less severe than previously projected, mainly due to shallower contractions in advanced economies overall and a more robust recovery in China, the forecast states. The report said that in sub-Saharan Africa, activity shrank an estimated 3.7% last year. South Africa and Nigeria, the two largest economies in the region, saw output fall sharply in 2020 and agricultural growth slowing. Both countries also saw a dramatic drop in per capita income, which has pushed tens of millions more people into extreme poverty. The report said the decline as per capita income is expected to set average living standards back by a decade or more in a quarter of sub-Saharan African economies. Financial fragilities in many of these countries as a growth shock impacts vulnerable households and business balance sheets will also need to be addressed, said Vice President and World Bank Group Chief Economist Carmen Reinhardt. What is at stake as China's foreign minister begins Africa tour? It said in a press statement that the pandemic has caused a heavy toll of deaths and illness, plunged millions into poverty, and may depress economic activity and incomes for a prolonged period. Growth in sub-Saharan Africa is expected to resume at a moderate average pace of 2% in 2020, which is essentially zero in per capita terms and well below previous projections. While the recovery in private consumption and investment is forecast to be slower than previously envisioned, export growth is expected to accelerate gradually in line with the rebound in activity among major trading partners, the report said. The resumption in activity in major advanced and emerging economies and key trading partners of the region, Europe, China, US, is chiefly underpinned by positive news on vaccine development and rollout as well as new rounds of fiscal stimulus. While the bank said the near-term outlook remains highly uncertain, it said pandemic control and a speedier vaccination process could accelerate global growth to nearly 5%. Policymakers must put in place comprehensive reforms to improve the fundamental drivers of equitable and sustainable economic growth, the World Bank said, adding they need to gradually shift from income support to growth-enhancing policies. But the World Bank said in the longer term, emerging and developing economies need to improve digital infrastructure, climate resilience, health services, and business and governance practices to handle the economic fallout and mitigate poverty caused by the pandemic. The challenge will be making these changes while reducing public spending and limiting debts. Nigeria to sell 36 properties to finance 2021 budget. The Nigerian government is planning to sell a number of properties to finance its 2021 national budget. The government has categorized 36 properties into 5 departments. The Industries and Communication Department has 8 projects. Development Institutions and Natural Resources Department has 6 projects. Energy has 9 projects, while the Development Institutions and Natural Resources Department have 6 projects. The projects are expected to be concessions or sold between January 2021 and November 2022. The number of properties have already been listed for sale or concession, and they include the Abuja Environmental Protection Board, the Abuja International Conference Center, some unnamed refineries, the Transmission Company of Nigeria (TCN), Abuja Water Board, Nigerian Film Corporation, amongst others. These transfers vary in terms of core investor sales, while some will be in the form of share sales. Some will undergo concession, while others will be commercialized fully or partially. Nigeria's Bureau of Public Enterprises said the investor can be individuals, firms, Nigerians, or foreign nationals. Nigeria's 2021 budget has an approved statutory transfer of $1.3 billion and $8.65 billion as approved for debt services. The West Africa country, through its finance minister Zainab Ahmed, said Nigeria intends to borrow $14.6 billion from both domestic and foreign resources. She said they will borrow money from the World Bank, Islamic Development Bank, and countries like Brazil. Thank you so much for watching that African business news update, and I hope that was resourceful, right? And if it was, don't hesitate to click on the subscribe button, like and share this video. And if you intend to invest on the African continent, then follow these 2 simple steps. Number 1, download our books on Amazon Kindle. You've got the first book, which is The Unique Business Idea for Every African Country. The second book right here is The African Business Startup BRAINBOX. The links are in the description box below. Just go right there and download them right now. And then after that, you can contact me on WhatsApp or call. Let's talk about your business. Thank you so much for watching, and don't go anywhere. There are just so many other videos on this YouTube channel, so keep browsing and keep watching and keep adding value. I love Africa. I'll see you in my next video.